Some weeks ago, Justin Bieber revealed details regarding his health, and it seems that this topic led to something interesting happening with a certain ex-girlfriend. The singer has battled a number of health difficulties for a while, but what specifically happened to Justin Bieber this time? What was the singer's opinion on the matter? Additionally, Justin Bieber is not the only person who's experienced health problems. Yes, we're talking about Selena Gomez. The interesting thing here is that it appears that the former lovers have reestablished contact and communication under Justin's health. We're sure Hailey doesn't like this idea very much. What do you think she thinks about it? Follow along to learn everything. Justin Bieber revealed some weeks ago his diagnosis of Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which has left half of his face paralyzed, in a video that was uploaded to Instagram last week. As you can see, this eye is not working. I can't smile on this side of my face.
Thanks for being patient with me. And I'm gonna get better. And I'm doing all these facial exercises to get my face back to normal. And
the video features a worn-out-looking Canadian vocalist saying, "This nostril will not move," while wearing a beanie and flannel. Fans of Justin Bieber showed their support for the performer when a number of his shows were postponed. Bieber was on tour in support of his 5th and 6th studio albums, Changes and Justice. But what specifically is Ramsay-Hunt syndrome? To get back to the main topic, chickenpox sufferers can develop this unusual neurological condition known as Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. The facial nerve may be damaged when the dormant varicella zoster virus reactivates and causes shingles, leading to facial paralysis and hearing loss. Blisters appear on the roof of the mouth and in the ear as a result of this disorder. Don't you think that sounds rather serious? Bieber is only one of several famous people who have recently discussed their health. Such candor is not always rewarded. Another actress spoke about having multiple sclerosis in her memoir, Mean Baby, a memoir of growing up, which was published last month. These revelations occur at a time when prominent personalities have a more direct connection to their followers via social media posts, and their personal feeling, live broadcasts, and stories can immediately reach their followers. But getting back to Justin, his wife Hailey Bieber can both inform her fans about being rushed to the hospital in March for a blood clot and showing them first-hand proof that she's recovering well. In terms of Justin's condition, if he were to hide it, that would open more questions of what's wrong with him. Not doing something is more of a risk than him actually doing something, says Christine Kowalczyk, an associate professor at East Carolina University who studies celebrities and branding. If people hear that he's canceling shows, he wants to be open and honest about the reasons why, so people will continue to come and see him. So how deadly or prevalent is this syndrome? This has been a concern amongst fans. Justin claims that quick treatment can significantly affect a patient's prognosis, with roughly 70% of individuals who take the antiviral medication within 3 days of exhibiting symptoms fully recovering. The likelihood of a complete symptom reversal falls to 50% if this does not happen. But how did Selena Gomez end up in the narrative now? Selena Gomez has recently brought up Justin Bieber and recalls how breaking up with him was for the best as he struggles with his facial paralysis. But even though the relationship ended a number of years ago, it appears that the two still stand by one another while facing challenges, as Selena demonstrated by paying a visit to him in the hospital. However, a visit to the hospital was not enough to catch up, and recent sources have commented that the former couple is now in much more frequent contact, so much so that it's even caused problems in the relationship between Justin and Hailey. Also, Selena Gomez spoke openly about her public health battles with lupus and breakups with Justin Bieber in spring 2018 during a lengthy interview she gave to The Hollywood Reporter for its Awards Chatter podcast that week. Despite their 10-year on-and-off relationship, Gomez spoke about the 5-year gap between her albums Revival, released in 2015, and Rare, released in 2020, saying, "It was necessary for me to walk through those things. I had a lot of soul-searching to do. By all means, I don't have life figured out, but I do know that during that time, I was learning so much about myself. I was, obviously going through a really tough breakup, and then I was left with the question of my career and where am I going to go and what's going to happen. It was just all of these different things I was feeling." Selena Gomez naturally has sympathy for her ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber because she also experienced a delicate health situation a few years ago. The singer continued explaining. And then my medical stuff kind of kicked in. I was dealing with my lupus, and I was dealing with some kidney problems. It was actually really hard. But being on the other side of it, I have to be honest, it's actually been really good for me. It allowed me to develop a character where I don't tolerate any sort of nonsense or disrespect in any way, and I'm really proud of how I came out of it. While Hailey and those around Justin did not find it very logical, fans long speculated that the singer and Justin had maintained an active contact in which they traded text messages, phone calls, and even video chats. Since their breakup, Justin and Selena were not meant to communicate with one another. Although nothing is clear yet, insiders close to the former couple have stated that Selena was unable to pass up the chance to visit Justin in hospital, since she understands how crucial it is to have your loved ones by your side when you're dealing with a health crisis. And how are Justin and Hailey Bieber managing? Hailey Baldwin Bieber claims that despite recent health challenges, the couple is closer than ever. Do we believe them? The 25-year-old model spoke candidly about her stroke and Justin's recent diagnosis with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome while conducting a promotion for her new skincare line. Theoretically, it appears that the relationship is solid, but we're unsure if the couple will have to confront and debate the subject of Selena staying in touch with Justin sometime soon. "We both are dealing with older illnesses for sure," she joked on Live with Kelly and Ryan before getting reflective. Honestly, the silver lining in the whole situation, what he went through, what I went through, is it really bonds you. I feel like we're closer than ever. It really brings us close, so I'll take that away from Item. On Good Morning America, she echoed the sentiment, saying that having to go through health scares publicly pushed the couple to be open. It, in a way, forces you to have to just be upfront about what's going on so that people understand what you're going through, Hailey said. "I actually think it opened up a lot of really important and amazing conversations," she finished. Justin has had to cancel several shows on his tours due to the condition, which he claims is making it increasingly difficult for him to eat because it affects his ability to blink one of his eyes, move his nostril, and smile on one side of his face. So, what do you think of this circumstance? When it comes to health, things get really complicated. Do you think he'll get better soon, or do you think this is something he'll always have? Do you believe that Selena visiting him in the hospital was appropriate? And what about having a friendship after all they've been through? Do you really think they could be friends, or could it be something more? If you were Hailey, what thoughts would you have? Everything's complicated with exes, don't you think? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming stuff from your favorite celebs. Share your ideas and theories in the comments area, and I'll see you in the next video.